Now, would you like to meet our first guest? Because I would. Well, let me tell you, they are two of the best known and indeed the most popular faces in Britain, from their start as actors in a children's drama to their hugely successful pop career, and then as presenters of shows such as Britain's Got Talent and I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. They have endeared themselves to an entire nation. Would you please welcome Anthony McPartlin and Declan Donnelly?
Thank you very much. Do you know what that is?
I have an idea, but maybe you share it with us.
It's a song called Local Hero. Well, I think that's not the official title, but that's the tune that Newcastle United run out to at St James's Park. And and it always makes the hairs stand up on the back of my neck.
So you've got to live the dream and walk out to that music.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thanks, fellas.
You know, Anthony McPartlin, Declan Donnelly.
Yep.
I interrupted you before the show started in the green room.
You did quite rudely, I thought.
I was only trying to say hello, and then you blanked me. But you were having a little family reunion, really, weren't you?
Had some.
Who was up there?
Some cousins down from Derry. I think they're here in the audience somewhere.
Yes, they're floating
Where
around.
are they? There they are.
Raise your hand and be
there
proud. There's Derry represented. So that's obviously... Your parents are...
My parents are from Derry, yeah.
They're from Derry?
Yeah.
Okay,
they moved to Newcastle in 1958.
Yes.
And had me and my brothers and sisters, 7 of us.
7, okay.
7 of us, yeah. So I'm the youngest. Good Irish Catholic family.
You and the Irish in you.
Apparently so. I really don't know.
Okay.
But when my second name is McPartlin, and I really do want to know what my family tree is. I haven't got a clue. I don't know any of it. The only other McPartlin I've ever met is someone who ran an electronics store in Dublin. Yeah, about 8 years ago. But apart from that, apart from my immediate family, I haven't got a clue.
Okay, well, to see what we can do for you by the end of the program. Okay, what strikes me about you two guys watching your career down through the years is the inseparable nature of your relationship. It's stunning. I mean, people would imagine you were twins, brothers, cousins, lovers. But what exactly...
Not anymore. It's too rough.
I'm married now, that can't go on anymore.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people do that. Suffice to say, where did that come from? Like, when did that begin? That
We met back on the set of Biker Grove when we were 13, and we're 33 now. We've actually just turned 34.
Thanks for bringing that up. Thanks for mentioning that.
So we've known each other for 20 years. But yeah, back when we were 13, started on Biker Grove. Started doing scenes together, and we hit it off immediately.
The chemistry, wasn't
it?
Yeah. We became mates. We kind of bonded over a mutual love of Newcastle United.
Yes.
And we started going to the match together. Our characters in the show played best friends.
Yeah.
We became best friends, and we just kind of started messing about, and then people decided to kind of put us on TV, and it's kind of grown from there.
And they like what they say. And you've got your fan base was predominantly female. I think it's probably fair to say, starting off anyway, and certainly judging from tonight's reaction, was hysterical. Yes, they're still here. But was it always thus when you were travelling around Britain and whatever, and the fans, there would have been a lot of women, were the boyfriends okay with that, or was there an issue there?
Not really. Not when we had a brief, as you know, a brief music career.
Yes, we'll get to that shortly.
Oh, good.
Oh, please don't.
Oh, good.
Please don't, Ryan.
We tour around the country kind of doing gigs, and we do discos and things like that to try and sell records. And the girls were fine. The girls would be at the front screaming and squealing
and these
away.
like under 18 discos.
Yes.
So they'd go at like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. We'd go on and perform, wouldn't we?
Yeah, they'd be high as a kite on Coca-Cola and all this. And but the boyfriends didn't take too kindly to that, you see, when we turned up as the turns. So they would start then lobbing ice cubes out of their drinks. And then when the ice cubes ran out, the glasses that were holding the drinks would go.
Ashtrays.
Any ashtrays.
Ashtrays.
And then when they ran out of things to throw, they used to come to the front then. I remember they used to get on these metal barriers, and you could just see them, they'd lean back and they'd go... And you're like that.
And you're in the middle of a song called Eternal Love. and you're dodging the spit.
Oh, come on.
But,
Happy days. Happy days.
Halcyon days.
Yeah. It's got better since then.
I don't want to bring up your pop career, but I'm going to do it anyway. How do you rate yourself, looking back now, as old men, how do you rate your time as pop stars?
It was great fun, and the choice was we'd been pensioned off from Biker Grove when we were 18. Our characters were too old for the show, so we had two choices. One was to go back to college,
yes,
and the other one was to sign a record contract. And you know, we signed it, and even our lawyer said, I advise you not to sign this contract. But I understand if you do. And we did, and we had fun, didn't we? We travelled the world, we had great fun, we had a good laugh.
You were big in Japan.
We were big in Japan.
Yeah,
we were.
You were, though.
We were.
It's the only country where we are big.
Everybody's tiny.
We're to be fair.
But you must get a great thing.
We felt like two giants walking around there.
Hello, children.
But I think it's fair to say that we probably wouldn't have bought our own records had we not have been in the...
Would you mind if we maybe took a little trip?
Heavily. I would heavily mind if we did, yeah.
Would you be greatly annoyed if we...
No, go for it. Come on, let's all have a laugh. Should we have a laugh? Come on, then.
Here they are.
Oh, crikey.
Watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic. Silence, get ready to rumble. Get ready, get steady, and rumble. Everybody rumble.
Yeah, we get it.
Has it ended yet? God.
Still to this day, people mention that record. Still to this day, DJs play it at weddings and think it's hilarious. That's the first time we've ever heard it. But look, it got us to where we are, so you can't complain.
You also learned something you never knew tonight, which is an Irish audience would clap to anything.
Thank you.
Yeah, very easily pleased.
When your children's TV career went extremely well, but there was a sense that at one point you were a little risque for kids, your humour and that kind of thing. What was getting you in trouble then?
Well, we always kind of, even though we were doing a kids show, we always kind of wanted to be a bit cheeky and push the boundaries a little bit. And, you know, kind of a big inspiration for us was people like Chris Evans and Noel Edmonds and things, you know, people that did live telly. And so we wanted to push the boundaries a little bit. And we came up with this idea to cause a bit of a stir. And we thought it would be great fun if we did a quiz with the kids, and if they won, they got a games console. And if they lost, we would shave their hair off. And it was called Beat the Barber. And it got a bit of a reaction when it first started.
I'm going to bring it back,
Yeah, they like it.
Yeah, we got a few complaints about it, and then on the last show we did it, and we got this beautiful little girl with lovely long red hair.
Ah, come on.
And she lost. So we shaved the hair off.
Well, a barber did.
Yeah, we didn't.
We laughed and stuff. No, we didn't laugh. But yeah, we got quite a few.
I think you should bring it back anyway. It sounds psychotic and interesting, and I think it's something you should do.
Yeah,
we've kind of moved on from there, and now we just make celebrities endure torturous stuff in the jungle.
In the jungle, and also Britain's Got Talent, which is... Why is that so successful? It's kind of wholesome, family fun sort of thing.
Do you know what I honestly think it is? I think for years there was a lack of real variety on TV, and everybody thought variety had died out.
Yes.
And it hadn't.
Yeah.
You know, people are still out there. There are people out there who still practice a lot of these things.
Sure.
And as we've proved on Britain's Got Talent, it's not necessarily what you remember from the 60s or 70s, like the guys that won this year, Diversity, the street dancers, were fantastic. So it's great to showcase that kind of stuff, like new...
Can I ask you about the guys that come on and they don't seem to be, the full shilling. They're not. Do you find that's a bit? I get very uncomfortable watching that bit. Do you?
Yeah. Sometimes.
You know when they come out and you just feel I don't know if they should be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we always are quite sensitive to it, and you're not going to stand there and ridicule them and stuff. But you do think, and we do say as well, is like who from your family has told you are good?
Because they're really having you on.
Yeah.
A loving Irish mother, maybe.
If that was part of my family, I would start saying, look, don't get the train down. It's not going to go well. But
you might be pouring fire on the vanity then, you see, and they can't help themselves.
Possibly, yeah.
I'll prove you wrong. Oh, no.
Yeah.
And that's the trick.